All right, I think we're live. I think we're going. So this is Eat With Me. It's my first live stream. And today we're going to be talking about consistency. So Eat With Me is talking about, as well, being consistent with the food that you eat. Today we're doing the low-fat homemade Subway sandwiches. We're actually trying to lose 100 pounds. And this sandwich right here, it's only about 300 calories, 200 calories in bread, some lettuce and pickles, some mustard, and about 4 ounces of turkey. So not a lot of calories, but today is a Saturday, and I just want to talk about consistency. I want to be bringing up different things as I begin my process of losing weight, things that come to mind. This is also my first live stream, so I don't know if anybody's gonna show up and be part of it, but if you have any questions, you can definitely ask. But I would like to do Eat With Me, and that's kind of maybe a thing where I talk about what I'm learning during the week, maybe an exercise with me, going from a 260-pound guy, losing weight, and ultimately getting fit. That's kind of the goal. So we got our food. First of all, for consistency, I've been eating low fat. I've been doing my homemade Subway sandwiches, so I've been consistent with that. And today is about 11:26 right now. And I've done my exercise for the day. So it's Saturday, and I'll take a look at, I've done 2 different exercises. One was a P90X, Kenpo X. I just got done doing that, and it's like I did 46 minutes, and by doing that, I burned, I guess, 666 calories. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. But did that, there's circuit training, and then I normally get up when I work in the morning at 3 o'clock, so I slept in till about 5 o'clock. I did the same thing yesterday. I had the day off, actually, and did a little bit of a walk. Same thing here. Let's see here. Went for an hour and 25 minutes. Where are we at here? And did about 4.2 miles, 811 calories burned. And my big thing is consistency. My consistency is going to be with the food that I'm eating. So if you're eating with me, you're going to join me. Here's a little bite. Good thing about these sandwiches, low calorie, low fat. You look at protein, 4 grams or 4 calories per gram. Same thing for carbs and proteins, then fat is 9. So we're trying to eliminate fat as much as possible. But these big sandwiches are low calorie, but they're big. It takes a little bit to eat. You're going to feel full afterwards. That's the number one thing. Drinking some water. So, yeah, I started off the year I started losing weight about 292.3 pounds or 293.2 pounds. It was right around close to 300 pounds. And lost over 30 pounds at this point. I'm consistently going. And Lashkey Genetics, my first person. You're the best. Yeah, I'm doing my best today. I have a goal. I've learned how to lose weight, but I haven't learned how to have a lifestyle. And I don't know how many people have done that, where they go through and they lose weight, but they gain it right back. So my big thing was I ended up losing weight, and I was doing really good with that. And I got to the point where I wasn't doing things that were sustainable. So like I did a 7-day water fast, and how often are you going to do that? Not too often. And, I was thinking, well, maybe I'll keep trying to do challenges to try to lose weight and get down to my goal weight. But if I kept doing that, I could do it, but I'm not building any kind of habits on what I would like to eat going forward, because the goal is you want to lose weight, but I want to begin to develop a lifestyle where I can actually eat and keep it consistently there. And then I was trying to find foods that I could actually eat and enjoy. So as you're eating with me, having a low fat diet, so I would go to Subway and I would eat this and I would pay for this and I would enjoy this. And I'm looking for foods that I could consistently do. This is one of them. Same thing that I've been really enjoying prior to starting these Subway sandwiches is having the air fry like chicken or turkey. No, it's turkey, no chicken. Chicken breast, that's what it is. I'm sorry. Put some soy sauce in there and then just do a steamed bag of vegetables. Maybe have some rice with it. But sandwiches is something I can do. So I've been consistent with that. And I think I'm just going to keep going with these sandwiches, keep going. My exercise, what I've been doing so far has been very simple. I'm trying to get at least 10,000 steps in a day. So, like I said, I had yesterday off and I ended up getting up at 5 o'clock. I did about an hour, 30 hour, 40 minutes of walking. So I basically knocked out my 10,000 steps all in one walk and got about an hour 20 in today or something like that walking. And then I did the other exercise where I'm currently at. And I'm a bigger guy, so under 260 right now. But currently I have 14,253 steps in. I walked 7.18 miles. And my calorie burn for the day is 2,776 calories. And this is before 12 o'clock. So I have the rest of the day where I'm going to continue. I might have another sandwich or two before the end of the day. But I got my exercise in. I got the rest of the day to do what I want to do. So one of my favorite things with this food is you can have a bunch. And I thought, especially if you do some kind of live stream, eat with me, it gives you enough time to actually, you could do the same thing. You could sit down with a healthy meal and talk about something related to weight loss and put that into your mind every single day. It doesn't have to be anything high production and anything crazy. I listen to this guy. He's Cole Robinson from Snake Diet, and he posts videos every day related to losing weight. And I think if you're on a journey where you're trying to lose weight, something daily and consistently that you can put into your mind where you're thinking about it. So you're going to be eating. So maybe you come eat with me, have a meal, and just something that you continually plant that seed, that consistency of you come gather and discuss what you're doing. And when it comes to weight loss, 80% of it is food. So making sure that you're making the right choices. Another thing that I've been doing is fasting. So my first meal was a sandwich here. And, like I said, 300 calories. I burned close to 2,700 at this point for the day. But fasting is another thing I've been consistent with. So I really don't eat breakfast. But I've been consistent, and that's something too. If you end up skipping a breakfast, you're skipping 500, 600, 700 calories. So that's food that you don't have to reburn, and you go into intermittent fasting. So you're just burning more and more calories. And for my person there, a Latchkey Gen Xer, do you have if you have any questions, definitely put that into the chat. Like I said, I kind of got a topic to talk about, but yeah, consistency is a big thing. Same thing if you're trying to get a fit body, you got to keep showing up. If you want to have clean teeth, you don't want to have cavities, you got to keep brushing your teeth. Everything in life, you got to work in relationships, you got to work on your finances, and having this daily dose of this is what we're doing. We're doing it every single day. And you got to eat. We're eating right now. And are you being consistent? Are you showing up as you want to? Did you end up having that bad meal? Did you go out for donuts or eat something that, you know, you probably shouldn't have? Oh, Cole's great. Yeah, he is. He's I, I love his sense of humor. I mean, you learn a lot from the guy, and dude, he makes me smile. I listen to him probably half an hour to an hour a day. He's always posting random stuff. So I started looking at his Subway stuff, and a couple of days after he posted that, and he didn't have to lose weight, obviously, but yeah, he was talking about eating, 4, 5, 6, 7 subs a day, which he could easily do and maintain his weight at the cost of that. So I started making my own. That's where I got the idea. And even before I started talking about doing the snake diet, I'm just doing probably daily fast, and I throw in a 2-day here and there. But yeah, just being consistent like that and having fun with it. Yeah, for the viewers there, what kind of healthy meals are you going to have today? Or have you had something where it hasn't been as healthy as you'd like it? Because that can happen too. It's a weekend. I know you might be with family or friends. But I held off so far. I just had some espresso and some water. That's the drink of the day. Just something. There's no calories. Another thing with food and drink, when I am doing my fast, I do water, I do iced coffee, espresso, some diet sodas. But you can add up a lot of calories really quickly if you're drinking juices or sodas, anything like that. So keep it simple. But consistency, hopefully you got your workout in. And one of the big things that I've been doing, like I said, I took some time to lose weight. I did a bunch of challenges. I did a bunch of fasting and realized I could lose weight. But one of the big things I like to do is walk. So I'll walk a lot of days. A lot of days that I end up walking, it's every single day. I do 10,000 steps, and I'm doing an exercise that I consistently do. So it's not uncommon for me to hit 20 or 30,000 steps. I'm on my feet all day. And you can do some exercises. And I'm starting to do some P90X. I just did that right before here. And I'm starting to do a little bit of jump rope on the side and some P90X because I want to begin to build up this body a little bit as well. But walking, especially if you're starting to lose weight, like I said, I started off at about 290, 300 pounds. And being able to go and walk, I can lose over 100 calories in 10 minutes. So it's not that you have to sit and bust out an hour or 90 minutes, right? All in a row. You could take a break. You could be watching a TV show. You could go out your front door if you live in an apartment, walk, you could just go for 10 minutes. Burn 10 calories really quick, 100 calories really quick. If you have a lunch break, you can walk for 15 minutes. You can go close to 100, 200 calories really quickly. So that's what I'd recommend. You look for those little things that begin to burn calories. You look for exercises that you consistently do and things that you enjoy. One of the things that I like to do is I will go and I'll work out, I'll walk, and I'll put in a podcast, or I'll listen to something on YouTube, just hearing the audio, just getting that, just listening to something. And typically it's about weight loss. So I've been doing that. That's one of my favorite things to do. So with weight loss, I'm looking at doing things that I can consistently do, things that I enjoy. When I go for a walk, I got up this morning, there's a little voice in your head where like, it's 5 o'clock, I'm just sleeping a little bit. And I could. And I thought I'd cross my mind, but one of the things another tip that I have, and it's probably one of the best tips, it's not just for weight loss, but if there's something you need to do, if it's make a phone call, if it's ask somebody something, if it's just handling a situation, one of the best things you can do is to handle it right there. Because let's say you wake up and you're trying to do an exercise program and that voice creeps your head of, what if you go back to sleep, and now you're thinking about it all day. It's nagging at the back of your head, and it can be doing that for the rest of the day. You should be doing it versus, all right, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm probably going to be up just because I don't. I typically get up this time. I can knock out my workout, and now it's done for the rest of the day. So I don't have to think about it. That's probably been one of my biggest things is if you need to do something, the longer you let it sit and wait, it's on your mind. It really takes away from your day versus knowing what you need to do. And like I said, with my consistency, halfway through our sandwich here, being consistent with the food, being consistent with the exercise, being consistent with no calorie drinks, being consistency with what I'm putting into my mind and into my brain, being consistent doing that. So life is good. You just got to be consistent with things. And the more that you're consistent with things in your life, the better outcome you're going to have. The more energy you put into something, the better outcome you're going to have. You know what I mean? So, yeah, today was about consistency, and hopefully you got your workout in for the day. Hopefully you've been eating right. If you haven't got your workout in, maybe right after this, you go for a walk. You figure out something that you can do. You can make it happen. That's what I recommend. But yeah, my big goal is doing some eat with me's, and there's always a thought of what you're doing during that day that can come into your mind that you think about, and it can be something that's going to help other people with weight loss. But yeah, I think first and foremost, besides having a plan for how you want to lose weight, and it's even before you start losing weight, I think it's a good idea to figure out how you want to eat, foods that you can eat that are healthier, that you can do consistently so you can build up that lifestyle, figure out exercises you can do, but also do it consistently. And that could be, if you like weightlifting, you do it 3 times a week, you can do that. If it's literally anything, right? It's literally anything that you can do consistently. It can be riding a bike, it can be running, figuring out what you like, doing it consistently, day in, day out. And yeah, one of the best things you can do is when you're starting out and doing things that you're going to be able to do the next day and keep showing up, keep losing weight. So we're going to keep eating this sandwich here. Hope everybody's having a good day. But I would also like to you're a good guy, Latchkey. You really are. I appreciate you showing up. Yeah, I've learned a lot from other people. I've learned a lot from life lessons, and it's time to do it for myself. But yeah, if we can give back and just be a positive, you can end up watching a lot on YouTube. And like my kids, they talk about brain rot stuff, and most of my YouTube, it isn't actually for viewing. It's more for what you can. It's more of an audio source. Like I'll be at work and I'll have some kind of audio from a YouTube video just playing in my head, and it's putting positive things in your head. So for me, I guess production value on a video is not so important, but it's the message. It's something that we're doing a live stream right now. We're about 20 minutes in. In this time, you could be eating with me, which is something fantastic you could do, but also showing up and exercising. You could go for a walk during this time and just put something positive, especially for exercising and something like this. You don't have to pay much attention to it. Big thing is we're talking about consistency, so you're going to have that big topic of consistency. Are you consistent today? And it drills it into your head. You can listen to a podcast where they talk about many different subjects, but keeping it simple, consistency. Are you consistent today? And that's just all, if you're looking to lose weight, everything that you're doing, from food, exercise, are you putting the positive things into your head? So I've listened to some things myself. I'm putting some content into the world. We're eating some big sandwiches, the Big Sandwich Club. And then just having a plan and figuring that out what it's going to be. So are you planning ahead doing your meals? Do you have a consistent plan for shopping, buying the healthy foods, consistently keeping the stuff out of your house that you know is going to ruin your day? Because I know, like, if I have a pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream, if I have Oreo cookies, if there's Dorito, just something where you could sit down, you could have half of the package or a pint of ice cream, like, things add up pretty quickly. I don't want to do that, you know? I don't want to do that. So for me, also just consistently, keeping in the good stuff, the stuff that you want to have, but also keeping in the stuff that keep the bad stuff out, keep the good stuff in. And that's something for me. If it's not in the house and you don't have it, it's not gonna be a problem. So life is good. So my number one thing is, being consistent. Find some foods that you know that you can do long term, that you can eat, you can enjoy. Probably by the time I'm done with this, I'm going to be close to, a little bit under 3,000 calories for the day. I could eat like 10 of these sandwiches and still maintain my weight. And I got the rest of the day to burn weight and do everything that I need to. So, consistency. So ask yourself, are you being consistent? If you're a bigger person, you have a lot of weight to lose like me. Are you putting in that consistent message? Are you eating the right foods? Are you shopping the right way? Are you keeping the right foods out of your house? Are you exercising? What are you doing? What are we all doing, right? So I think that's kind of where, with this channel, I want to do updates, but I think I want to start doing things like exercise and talking about how showing exercise that you can do that doesn't require like a gym. So, exercises where you can go from really basically obese, right, to a thin body, a muscular body. That's what I'd like to do, but show you the exercises that I do that in real time, maybe do a live stream like this. Foods that I eat, food ideas, but a lot of times with exercise, weight loss, it's simplicity. So what I really like about this kind of sandwich and this kind of diet is, first of all, I like to eat it, but there's no preparation. Everything's cooked. You don't have to bake bread. You throw some vegetables on there. You don't have to really do any dishes. Low calorie, I enjoy it. And you get a lot of your day back if you don't have to do that. You don't have to make a big meal. You don't have to do a bunch of dishes. You don't have to spend an hour in prep. It's just throw a sandwich together. It takes you a couple of minutes. Is there anything better than watching a guy eat a sandwich? I don't think so. Is there anything better? So my hope for everybody is that we're having a great weekend. You have a great rest of the Saturday. That you two are consistently eating good food, that you're following a healthy diet, you're getting your exercise, you're having positive thoughts, that you're doing something to move you towards your goal today. That your drinks are healthy, you're consistently doing good things that are going to help power your body and be healthy for your body. But today is about consistency. So this channel is it's a journey. there's nothing glamorous about weight loss here. It's a day in, the day out. It's the monotony of eating well, exercising, showing up when you don't want to. And a lot of weight loss is just this. You're eating kind of a boring meal. That's okay. You're doing the workout that you don't want to do, but when you're done, you're going to be feeling really good, right? That you put in the work. That if you exercise, go for a walk, listen to something like this where you're making a change in your life. Life is good, right? Good things are happening. You're putting more good into your life. That's all you can ask. Do the best that you can do. Show up every day. Be consistent. Have your plan. Follow the plan. Live life. And you're going to watch those numbers on the scale drop. They're going to get better and better. You're going to be making progress day in, day out. Day in, day out. Showing up. Being consistent. Weight loss consistency. Weight loss consistency. So with that, guys, we got a couple pieces of bread left. So it was a good sandwich. Living life, loving life. I'm thankful for everybody that showed up today. There's a lot we can learn from each other. I learn a lot from comments. I learn a lot from YouTube. But actually, I learn a lot from just people talking about what they're doing. And then developing your own plan based on what you can do. So that I know that I can eat a simple sandwich. You can have a lot on it. It's going to fill you up. I know that I can go for a walk. Maybe I can't walk, but maybe you can swim. Maybe you can do some arm workouts. There's something that everybody can do and that you consistently do. And you can always put some great things in your mind. So with that, I'm going to have my last couple of bites. And we'll do more of these, like I said, as I get ideas for what I want to do, what comes into my mind for a weight loss topic. But yeah, man, consistency. Are you being consistent? Are you doing it? Are you following your plan? Weight loss for me, just a couple of things. Are you fasting for a period of time? Yes, I am. Am I drinking things that have no calories? Yes, I am. Am I staying low fat? Yes, I am. Did I get my exercise in? Yes, I am. Everything's checked off for the day. So make sure you do the same thing. You're crossing everything off. Keep weight loss simple. Do the monotony. Do the day to day. That's what it is. You're going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep showing up. Together, we're going to do this. We're going to find out what's possible. That's the name of the channel, right? So with that, I'm going to figure out, there's the button that says end stream. We're going to do that. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Life is good. And I will show up and we'll be doing more of these in the future. And what I would really like is if people show up, start getting some Q&A questions that we can answer things as we go through and show your support. Tell me about your journey. Let me know what's going on in your life. And if you're on some kind of channel like this, you're looking for something low fat, simple exercises, you might be a bigger person. We can all do this together. We can all learn from each other. And you know what, Latchkey, you're one of the good ones, okay? I appreciate you showing up, and yeah, you're gonna be one of the people that I remember, like I said, first live stream, and you're showing up and you're having a meal with me. I appreciate that, so I really do. So we're gonna keep showing up. I'll be here for you. Any questions, let me know. Refer people, like, comment, do all the stuff that you should be doing. And like I said, nice and simple, but we're gonna have a good message, a positive message. We're gonna keep showing up, keep doing it. We're gonna be consistent with that, and together we can. So I will see you. Everybody have a great one.